Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host, slash ambassador of the Odyssey for Planet Earth ambassador, galactic citizen, being of light, being of love, transcendental, unique, learning. Brand new evanescent accelerator, the golden age of the Renaissance, as well as the Enlightenment age, as well as the radiance of the aura, the learning of the radiance of the auras, as well as the development of many different types of schools and schools of healing, schools of education, and schools of vision, involving the abilities to see auras, see different colors, interact with the fields and energies, and interact with the aurics. Fields and the measurements of how it responds, how the heart and mind our heart and brain entrainments is involved, and the mind entrainment, and how the unique sort of evanescent qualities of what is involved in quantum energy is an important part of the natural flow of what we can see through the quantum lens of the many different life forms that exist not only around life forms, but around new life forms that, for example, exist everywhere, all over the air, all over the planet, all over the trees and plants, and the visualization of a new understanding of how energy and life works, and of course the brand new connectivity between all beings. The magnificent thing is the grand, amazing beauty of that. Once again, first aspect, bliss, understanding. It is the most unique sort of important nature of what is imbued and embraced in many different types of aspects of understanding and living and enjoying, as well as sharing. And this is, of course, an incredibly condensed, detailed broadcast. Incredibly condensed. The magnificent amounts of auric, evanescent qualities, and, believe it or not, tools, which are also not only 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and above dimensional, but of course 13, 19th, and 23 and 79 dimensional abilities, tools, and dimensions that are, of course, not only accessible, but of course the higher self has the ability to understand the many different things of what allows us to be unique, free, and of course spiritually enlightened and enhanced in many different ways. Of course, some of the most basic important aspects of what our body can do is a little bit of wisdom and a little bit of history. Very important. So this is Light Water, page 182, Michael and Thioba. Quote, Michael, or it's Michel, or something like that. Michelle, it's probably Mitchell. Oh, it's Mitchell. Okay, Mitchell. Ellipses. You were chosen by us to visit Thioba, but the essential motive for our choice has not been revealed. It is not only because you have a mind already awakened and opened, but also and principally because you are one of the rare Sukus inhabiting Earth at the present time. A Suku is an astral body that has lived 81 lives in human physical bodies, and has lived those lives on different planets or different categories. For various reasons, the Sukus return to live on inferior planets like Earth, when they could just as well continue to, quote, climb the ladder, end quote, without ever going backwards. You know that the number 9 is the number of the universe. You are here in the city of 9 Dokos, founded on universal law. Your astral body has 9 times 9 lives, which brings you to the end of one of the great cycles. End quote. Let me continue reading. Once again, I was completely flabbergasted. I suspected I wasn't living my first life, ellipses, but 81 lives, exclamation point. I didn't know one lived so many, ellipses. It's possible to live many more, Michelle. Or, quote, it's possible to live many more, comma, Michelle. And, quote, said Theora, interrupting my thoughts. Theo is up to her 216th, but other entities live far fewer. As I said, you have been chosen among our very few Sukus living on Earth, but in order that you acquire a thorough understanding during the trip to our planet, we have planned another journey in time for you, so that you will better understand what reincarnation is and what its purpose is. We will permit you to revisit your previous existences. This journey in time will be useful to you when writing your book, as you will fully comprehend its purpose, end quote. So, interjecting here, this is a little bit of what I called or named before the type of star, basically what I condensed in the definition as a star, and here's a little bit more of a breakdown to that type of super detailed condensation that I explained. It's just the, star to, or our sun is a star to Alcyone, our central sun, and then of course the greater galactic central sun. Right, around each planet since its creation is a kind of psychosphere, or a vibratory cocoon, which turns at a speed 7 times that of light, or 1,302,000 miles per second. This cocoon acts as a blotter, as it were, absorbing and remembering absolutely every event occurring on this planet. The human being, comprising an integral part of the universe, can, because of his astral body, and if he is correctly trained, draw what knowledge he seeks from within the psychosphere. Of course, great training is required for this. This description of the psychosphere corresponds closely with the ancient Sanskrit concept of Akashic field, the mnemonic body of the planet that spirals around the Earth through pathways of standing infrasound waves, illustrated above. Brief description, it looks like, so it kind of looks like a compound eye with compound ripples within the compound eye. And it looks like, many very close together longitudinal rings, as well as circles with other fairly longitudinal rings. That was probably not a very good description, regardless. We can continue to read. The Van Allen plasma belt that encompasses Earth possesses superfluid crystalline properties that may act as a form of cosmic memory storage. The subconscious mind is in constant contact with the planetary psychosphere, where all the information of all past and future lives is stored, as elucidated by the sleeping prophet Edgar Cayce in so many astounding advanced spiritual readings from the era of the Industrial Revolution. While Cayce had a unique ability to access the psychosphere directly during trance, Theo explained that most inexplicable moments of deja vu are attributable to Akashic future life previews shown by the higher self. Brilliant amount of spiritual wisdom gained, not necessarily just from this, but of course just with understanding of wisdom and the type of relationship that we have with Mother Nature, as well as with nature, and as well as with our technology, which we are advancing into a more unique meld, similar to the type of meld that occurs within technology that already exists, such as the Flugelrads that took, for example, Admiral Byrd to the location in Ariani and in Shambhala and in the inner earth. So I'll continue to read. This is 179. While the field of dentistry now applies nanosecond electrical impulses to ionize the HO plasma at low temperatures to form biocompatible helium-oxygen plasmas for oral cleaning and sterilization. An unnoticed effect of cellular regeneration is also occurring. The application of HHO plasma to the cleansing of the human body promises a significant reduction in the rate of cellular aging when the proper sources of light water or protein are ingested. The bioelectric effect of electroporation, whereby cellular permeability is significantly lower through rapid milliampere electrical pulses, can only be induced throughout all of the body cells using electroluminescent gold and silver nanoparticles. Natural safeguards for immersions and fourth density HHO plasma environment provide for a limit of 9 full days of exposure, as succinctly explained to Mitchell by another temporary visitor to the Golden Thayauba. The intense luminosity of the hemispheric HHO plasma inevitably intoxicates lower resonance human bodies. Quote, an astral body absolutely cannot change to a superior planet until sufficiently evolved, brackets in spirit, in brackets. This evolution occurs thanks to the physical body that improves as it progresses right up as far as this planet. You have already learned of the 9 categories of planets. Ours are at the bottom of the scale. We, in our present physical bodies, can be permitted only 9 days stay here. According to universal law, on the 10th day our physical bodies would die, and neither Theo nor great Theora, within whose power it is to revive the dead, would be able to prevent or reverse the process. Nature has very inflexible rules with well-established safeguards, but it is possible that when you do die on Earth, when your moment has come, your astral body will reincarnate in a body on a second or perhaps a third category planet. Through reincarnation we must be, quote, reprocessed, quote, over and over until we emerge perfect, for eventually we rejoin the spirit who, being perfect himself, cannot accept the slightest imperfection. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host, Curtis Bone. This is the evening edition of Fire of Liberty. It's your guiding being of light, guardian angel, leader, by example, planetary leader for peace, planetary leader for ascension, even more so, and for paradisical fruition and evolutional, creationalistical understanding and wisdom. This is your ambassador for the solar system, ambassador for the galaxy, for planet Earth. Love you all. On this evening edition of Fire of Liberty, it is the 9th of September 2017. Love you all.